Now it is the last Saturday. There, look how far away they've gone, Gillian.
Oh.
Heck, look at that. Last Saturday before Christmas. So, we're scrabbling back to buy the last presents. We're not having a big party here. It is Panic Saturday, but if you're a smart shopper, then maybe you've done it all already. But whether you're buying today or wrapping today, you are going to have to wrap at some point. So, how do you do the difficult stuff? Oh, the easy stuff. Let's talk to wrapping consultant Arona Khan, who's our... do you know, I sort of think of you, Arona, as being like our little sort of guardian angel, fairy godmother sort of thing when it comes to wrapping.
I like that. Thank you, Stephen.
Because you make it all so beautiful.
Oh, you spoil me.
No, but we do struggle, don't we?
We do. And interestingly enough, Royal Mail just carried out a survey to find out the top 10 gripes of people around the UK, and it was extraordinary. 52% of people said that they found wrapping very time-consuming, and over 20% had problems with paper ripping and all sorts of things. So I've got some quick and easy ways to help everybody.
Good.
How exciting is that?
It's very exciting.
Now, a couple of possibilities.
Yeah.
People often have a problem when they're wrapping a bottle of wine or oil or vinegar. The secret is always in the base. Now, as you can see, I've wrapped this one already. But if we just open the base, the important thing is the measuring. So you want paper equal to half the depth, so it meets in the middle.
Right.
And then you start with the inner fold of paper, and then you just fold it in. You can see I've done this already, but it is so easy if you just take the paper in from the outside edge.
So like little triangles.
Exactly.
Sort of.
Yeah. I always say think of half a grapefruit.
Right.
And you get those sections. You put your tape on, job done.
And it sits like, the number of times you do a bottle and then it's wobbling about if you try and stand
I call that a bunny rabbit tail.
And
we don't want that, do we?
Now, for people who said that they don't have the time or it's all too stressful, I say simplify things.
Right.
So, for instance, I really like to recycle odds and ends of paper. I can't throw anything out. So I take a strip of paper like this and I turn it into a cummerbund. And you can see in the beginning I've just pleated it a little bit, very willy-nilly, nothing technical. And then I've tied some ribbon around it to hold it in place. And the lovely thing is, you can't tell if that's fine wine or cheap plonk.
No, and actually,
you will when you open it.
But then you've gone.
No, but that's a nice idea, isn't it? In the fact that you know you're getting a bottle of wine, whether it's completely wrapped or not.
Exactly,
so
exactly.
You still got the surprise of exactly what it is.
And also you've shown that you've gone to some trouble.
Yeah.
Popping it in a bag is fine, but it's just not the same thing.
My problem is that I can sort of wrap, but it's when I get to the ends, they're always messy, there's too much paper, and then I have to snip once it's already been put on.
Are you talking about wrapping a box?
Yes, a box. The ends are just awful.
Would you like a couple of top tips on that?
Yes. And should you let sellotape show?
First of all, sticky tape should never be seen.
Oh.
No.
But so use one that will blend in or double-sided tape. And if you're wrapping a box, ooh.
I'm just looking at this because this is what Naz brought me in this morning. And you're not going to give that very high marks.
Without wanting to upset you, I do gift wrapping courses. And I've got DVDs too.
Oh,
just on the boxes very quickly, if you've got a rectangular end on the box, you want paper equal to the depth or slightly less, and then it will sit beautifully. And if you've got a square end, you want paper equal to half the depth or slightly more, and you really will find it much easier to wrap. Now, if you had problems with awkward shapes, this is a snow globe hidden in there. And this was a fabric material that I bought in a department store. So it's ideal to mould around the shape of your present. And if you're interested in that bow, I found some lovely tinsel, made it into 3 little rings, and made a pom-pom bow. So if you run out of ribbon, grab some tinsel from the tree.
But that is, I mean, you wouldn't know that was a snow globe just by looking at it, which is nice.
Yes.
But that looks beautifully pleated to me. Does that take forever to do?
Would you like to have a go?
Yeah.
So let's have a go at wrapping some bottles of bubbly.
Because these aren't the easiest shapes, are they?
I've forgotten what you've said now. Start at the bottom, didn't you? You said start.
That's when you're wrapping a different shape with a regular piece of paper. What I brought today is some cellophane. Over 20% of people in the survey by Royal Mail mentioned that the paper rips. And they get frustrated. So I say have a layer of cellophane under the paper and it gives it added strength.
Right.
So
is it easy to buy?
Much easier than it used to be. You can buy it on the internet. I bought this in a department store.
Right.
Now, when you've got your bottle and you've got your paper, you can see here, I want to just show you that you don't want to waste lots of paper. So here, if I bring that up, you're going to say there's not enough.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we're going to swirl the paper around so that we're creating almost a bigger sheet. Like
a
that.
diamond, almost.
Exactly. And then we want to stand that in the middle. Now let me give you each a piece of ribbon.
Mine's not going to be
Gillian,
good.
it was actually moaning. It'll be good, Gillian.
No, you'll love it.
Right, okay.
She
Now,
hasn't got a lot of confidence, hasn't our Gillian?
Not in wrapping, no.
so
Right,
what
next
I'm going
thing.
to do is bring up two sides. And if you want to check that you're more or less in the middle, you can do that as well. And then you see, now we're ready to go. Panic not, Gillian. I have total faith in you.
Oh.
So we bring this up, and then we just fold the paper heading towards the centre. So fold it in at the front and then on the back. So you're bringing all the layers together. And
Right.
you just make little folds back and front on one side, and then you do the same thing on the other. Now,
I'm going to just slightly move that around.
Gillian, you can do it.
Should I do my own thing? Should I show you how I would do it?
No, Gillian, do it this way.
I can't do it
Learn
that way.
something
it's got
new.
a technique, but it's quite nice to learn a new way. And then when I've done half of it, I hold the half,
Right.
and then I do the same on the other side. So can you see how it all gathers and you get those nice folds that you like? Now, if you need a bit more help, Gillian might want to go to aronakhan.com for some inspiration.
I think she might.
What's wrong with that?
Now,
Gillian.
that looks lovely.
See?
No, that's you're being too kind there
I
to
didn't
her
help
because
her, though.
it does look a little
I think
bit
that's
messy.
really
that one.
nice.
So when you finish gathering it, if you like, you can even lay it down. And then you just tie it with some ribbon on the neck. And you can see it doesn't take a long time. So any present
taking you
that's an
ages.
awkward shape, it's ideal. You're
Yeah,
doing a beautiful job there, Stephen.
I'm trying.
Not really getting very far, though, are you?
No, well, it's
You didn't follow the technique, so you can't say.
I like you even more now, Arona.
But I'm done, though.
Now I'm just going to trim the tails of my ribbon because detail counts. And so I just cut it at a slight angle on one side and then on the other. And then you can see,
I think
can open
this is what
now.
we say in the business. We call it a wrap because we've run out of time.
You know what?
And Stephen hasn't finished.
No, it's very nice though, and I'm getting the idea. And as I'd like to say, here's what I made earlier.
You did a beautiful job.
Swap Arona, thank you. Great
Yes, thank you. I
advice.
did learn something.
If you've got any more wrapping to do, that's because you clearly need the help.
I'm not going to wrap the weather. Let's take a look at the details.